Hello, this is Brian Greenwood from 300M, and I am excited to walk you through the Earthday Columbus Service Site Manager website and how to register your service site. So if you've landed on this page and you see this error, it's just asking you to log in or to register on the website before you try to register your actual service site, which is our step 0 here. It's a good idea to go ahead and review all the steps here of what's going to be required of you before filling out the form, so it won't take you very much time at all. This video is probably going to be about 10 minutes long because we're going to walk through a lot of different scenarios, but it should take you no more than 5 minutes to actually register a service site. So we're going to get started by logging in, and I have credentials so I don't need to join, but if I had not joined I would obviously put those in. And if I had forgotten my password, I could click here to reset my password, or if I used the site last year, I would need to click on this to get a new password for this year. But I'm going to go ahead and log in. And it's going to take me to my dashboard. On the dashboard, you're going to see right at the top we have giant buttons here for the main actions that you're going to want to do, like register a service site. But we have a little stats up here showing that I don't have any approved. I have one service site that is pending. I have one that's in progress, and I don't have any volunteers yet. And as I go down, and I can see under sites I manage, it's showing me the sites that I have that I've put into the system for this year. And I can see this one here is waiting for approval, and that this one is incomplete, and that I need to actually go back and complete step 2, or I could actually just go ahead and delete this service site and get it out of the way. If I had any service sites that I had built last year, they would be listed down here in past sites I've managed. And to kind of help speed things up for you, you could click on this link here, copy this site for this year, and it would complete step 1 for you, just moving you straight to your shifts, days, and times. But let's go ahead and go through all the steps manually together. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Register a Service Site. I'm going to go down here, and since I'm logged in, I don't see that step 0 anymore, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Complete Step 1. I'll get a little warning that says it's not a good idea to hit the back button when you're filling out internet forms because it creates duplicate entries. So we're going to call this Birthday Cleanup 3. All right, because we had 1, 2 back in there from when we were building this in the testing. I'm going to do some tree planting and invasive removal. I'm going to say mine is good for kids 12 and up. And it's not just me. I do have an organization affiliation, and that's 300M. And in case I didn't have my organization in that list, I can add it. So if I were to click on the Add Organization, I can put in the name of my organization here. And if I have the website information and their logo, I could upload those, but it's not necessary. But my organization was listed, so I'm going to cancel that, and I'm going to leave it at 300M. I'm going to go ahead and put in the address of where we're going to be meeting for my service site, which is my office, and we're in Columbus, Ohio 43215. The directions are for when people arrive at your site and help them get to the actual spot that you're going to be doing it. So I'm going to say go to the 3rd floor. We're right there. Quite literally, as soon as the elevator door opens, that's the door to our office. In your description, you want to kind of put in here what you'll be doing and whatnot, but what also kind of sets you apart from all the other people who are going to be doing tree planting and invasive removal. And I'm going to tempt people with cake. We're going to have cake and clean the river. That should get people motivated to come to my spot. So for your site photo, you can upload a photo that you have of your own. You could go out and take a picture of this with your phone, and then you can upload it from your phone here. Or if you wanted to use one of the ones that's existing that we've provided for you to use, you could do that as well by clicking that button. And we'll go through here, and I'm going to use the hands scooping out the water. And I'm going to go ahead and complete step 1. All right, on step 2, we have our dates, times, and shifts. and I'm going to go ahead and do mine on the 24th, which is my birthday. I'm going to add a shift, and I'm going to make it go from 10 to 11. And this shift is going to be us eating cake. Eat cake and be merry. And then I'm going to need 10 people there, but the site tells me back here in that big yellow box that's in the background that for every 10 volunteers I want at my site, I can recruit 9 of them through the website. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 9. I'm going to add a second shift here. And if I had not meant to do this, if I had accidentally added this shift and I had gotten a little button happy down here, I can click on do not include this shift, and when I'm submitting my uh, step 2 for completion, it won't be included. But I actually do want this shift here, and I'm going to make it go from 11 to 1:30, let's say. And I'm going to want 9 volunteers for that. And we're going to clean the river. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click I'm done with this day. Now, here's a little secret. I know that there's going to be a problem with this shift because of the other service site that I registered, the original birthday cleanup. And I'm going to show you what happens with that. So I'm going to click I'm done. And I would repeat this process for each one of the days that I'm hosting at my service site. And for each day that I put in information, you'll see that it goes from being a plus sign to a little checkbox to show that I've put information in there. I'm going to go ahead and click on complete step 2, get another warning that it's a bad idea to hit that back button, and I'm going to be at step 3 where I can put in my supply request. Just for your information, we put out over here the shifts that you submitted on the previous screen. And we got this little warning that I have an overlapping commitment. And I could actually resolve that commitment right here, right now, if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and complete step 3 first. So on step 3, we can put in all our requests for the materials that we're going to need at our service site. If you don't need any materials, you could actually click this toggle here. You'll get rid of that form and you can complete step 3 that way. I am going to need some supplies. I'm going to need 10 shovels and probably a bunch of other things, but more than anything, I'm going to need some trees. So I'm going to say I'm going to plant 6 trees because I'm kind of modest about what we're going to do. But I would like to have 3 apple trees and 3 evergreens. And you can do the same thing with plants. It's these 2 fields here that you can put in actual text. So when we're requesting what varieties you want, you can just type in whatever you want. Everything else you would want to enter just a number. Once you have all the supply requests that you need in, you can go ahead and complete step 3. This is going to take us back to that page where we had all the steps listed out, 1, 2, and 3, and you can see that they've been checked off, and we can now go and preview and edit step 2 if we wanted to. But we can also see that before we're able to submit, I can click on this all I want. It's not going to go anywhere. I need to resolve my overlapping shift or shifts. And the intent of this is to make sure that a service site manager does not have themselves committed to more than one location at the same time. So we can see here that service site birthday cleanup 3 has an overlapping shift on the 24th with the one that's birthday cleanup. So to resolve my overlap, I can go down here. I'm going to dismiss this because I'm going to walk you through those steps. And I can see that this day has been highlighted red. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And I can see that this is the time slot that is as an overlap and the time that it overlaps with. Now I have 2 choices here. I can edit this shift and adjust my time, which I can do right now, or I could actually delete this shift and remove it from the day completely. But I'm just going to go ahead and edit this shift here. I'm going to change its time to something else. So let's do it from 1 to 2. So actually, that would still overlap with the one above, so we'll do it from 1:30 to 2:30. How about them apples? There we go. All right, and then once I'm done, I just click the button to update this shift. hit dismiss there, and I can see now that everything is hunky-dory. Now what we're looking at here is the preview of your service site. You can get to this through your dashboard or through the steps where it says preview your service site. And what you can see here is how your headline will be displayed, your description, the address that you entered. It creates a link on a map so that people who find the details of your service site can pull you up on a map. If they're on their phone, they can get the directions directly on their phone. Your photo, obviously, in the background there. And then the little icons representing what activities you'll be doing on your service site. For some of you who created one from a copy of last year, you may not see these icons here if your activities did not translate over. If that's the case, what you can do is just click on the Edit the Site's Details, and it'll bring up all the details of your service site here, and you could go in and check off the activities that you have. Once you're looking at this and you think everything looks good, you can go back to your dashboard. And you can go down here where it says Birthday Cleanup 3. We have the button now that says please submit your service site for approval. We can go ahead and click on that. And we get the little notification that we've received the site submission for it. And down here, we'll see that it says waiting for approval. And you will receive an email that says that your site has been approved. And the status here will change to approved. And you'll get additional links down here once it's been approved for you, to help you recruit volunteers to your site. And it'll be available to be found on the website by volunteers searching for the activities and the types of age requirements around your service site. So that's it. A little bit longer than what we intended, so it looks like about 12 minutes, but hopefully this was good for you and you're able to create your service sites with no issues. If you do have any trouble, feel free to contact us through the Contact Us page at greencbus.org/contact-us, and we will get back with you and try to help you out as best we can. Until next time, have a great Earth Day.